Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Brotato. On today's menu, we have the Fisherman Challenge. And this is the normal fisherman, but there's a very good twist to the game and to the video today. Let me tell you in a short while. Number one thing, if you want to do this, go to your options, go to your gameplay, see this manual aim on mouse press. So this has to be on. So whenever you're putting your mouse, like let's say at the right side of the screen here, and you click, your character will attack that position. You need to turn this on when you're doing this challenge. I think this is the most important part. And remember, let me tell you this, I have done this challenge. I have gone almost 200 waves with this challenge on the same character live. I know what I'm doing. I have around 1,200 hours in Brotato. There's a reason why I'm telling you these. And this weapon is the weapon you usually play him on with. We are going to start with this weapon too, but there is a twist to it. So at the middle of my run, I will change to Thief Daggers. From the Thief Daggers and the extra enemies that I get from the baits, I will produce even more and more and more coins. And I'm gonna scale this character to oblivion until he obliterates everything. And you might ask, why am I telling you these? Because today you might not even see me do this challenge. The reason is because I had something very special come up in two different incidents. Let me start the game first. Fisherman, 5 max HP, 20 harvesting. Shops always sells a bait, 100% bait price. You just buy them for 1. 2 harvesting for every 1 bait you have. Baits make special enemies, which are the spitters, like the ones that just run to you and do ba 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 like that. Those are the bait mobs. And negative 50% materials drop from the enemy. Two things happened in the past 2 days, very back to back, that actually pushed me. Plus my video from yesterday that you might have watched, it was about the apprentice. I did not like that run. That run failed very soon, like on wave 28. So I wanted more, but I didn't get more. On top of that, two things happened. I'm gonna tell you what they are. I'm gonna get HP here. And I'm not gonna talk about game that much. Yeah, let me be honest, I'm just gonna buy sticks, buy baits, if I see sticks, I'm gonna buy them again, and so on and so forth. Like, this is actually one of the perfect, let's say, combos. Like, getting 4 sticks and bait, then you can probably, if I roll, I'm gonna get a stick, but I will not, yeah, see? Like, usual thing. If I buy this, I'm most probably going to die here. I know that I am going to die here. But I will go to the next wave, and actually, while you're watching this video, I will die. This is how you do it, by the way. You just have to walk over, you have to dodge them a little bit, do not be scared of them, try to hit as many of them as possible. If you see fruit, go eat the fruit, that will save your life. And, well, somehow I pulled it off. I guess you can do it. And I don't know if I will live or not. So, that's not the point. The point is, yesterday, one of the interns in the, let's say, students, interns, somebody came up to me and he was very sad about the whole thing that's happening to him. Like, he was like, no matter how much I'm trying, I'm failing, I don't know what to do anymore, and he was just asking from, let's say, older person that I'm lost right now and I don't know what to do. Help me, basically. That's what he was trying to actually say there. And I told him to, okay, do this, do that, and maybe you will succeed, maybe you will not, but at least try it, because well, you're young, you have to pay attention to what others are telling you, keep an open mind, try to grow yourself. And if you do these, you will probably succeed in the task that they have given, because the task that they gave the youngster was a little bit over the top of his head. So he was very frustrated. Like he was almost crying. Let me tell you that. And that is not something, let's say, that motivating for someone of that age who doesn't have that much experience in life in general. It is very overwhelming, and I told him, don't give up, like, do it, you can do it. Like, this is what's supposed to happen actually to you. Like, you learn, and you look for more, and at some point you become an expert. You just work on yourself, accumulate some knowledge, some experience. Maybe you steal a few tricks from here and there, and this person and that person. And then finally, you will be a professional someday. This is just your career. Keep that in mind too. So try to enjoy your life as well, or you're not gonna even have a career to enjoy because you will be depressed. You will not be able to pull this thing that you're trying to do off anyways, because you stressed about it so much that it actually was the only thing stopping you from succeeding in what you were trying to do. And he took it in a good way. He actually took it in a good, very, very good way. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. And then a couple of days later, a friend of mine came to me, like, she had a, let's say, relationship thing going on, and she was like, yeah, I've been seeing this guy for like this long, and we've been in a relationship for this much, and so on and so forth. It has turned very toxic and so on, and now I don't know what to do. I've been trying for years, and it's not now working anymore, and I don't want to let go, and I have to do something about this, and I'm kind of lost and looking for hope and so on, because I don't want to lose my relationship, but he is turning more and more toxic every day, and it's unbearable, and it's affecting my professional life, it's affecting my relationship with my parents, and so on and so forth. And so, see, like, there are two situations here that were really, like, kind of in my mind. They are not 100% the opposite of each other, but to some degree they were very close to each other. Like if I may, like, let's say, talk to both of them in different occasions, maybe this was not going to happen, but because both of them back to back talked to me about this problem, it actually, like, came to my mind, like, oh, okay, I am now gonna get one Thief Dagger here. That's good damage on the Thief Dagger. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed or not, by the way. This is not the point. Like, I am not trying to do the challenge right now, but at the same time, I'm trying as hard as I could to do the challenge. It will make sense in a few minutes, let's say. So, to the first one, I actually told him that you have to try, you have to do your best. See, there you go. Yeah, for the first one, I said, okay, don't give up. You have to, like, try your best. You're young, you have to take your shot. You don't have to be frustrated. Like, your frustration will be the only thing stopping you from doing what you're trying to pull off. But for the second one, my honest, let's say, advice was that, well, you don't have to always try. Sometimes letting go is the better option. Like, you do not need to be in that relationship for any regard. Okay, I just did a double click there. Well, yucks. And, well, both of them have their situations, but to one of them, I said, give up, give the fuck up. Like, I don't care. Sometimes things are not worth trying anymore, maybe. But take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, let's say. Do not listen to me, like, 100%, because I do not want to go under the, let's say, the guilt of breaking your years-long relationship because you just listened to me and went and broke up because you look up to me. I was like, no, don't fucking listen to me. I don't want that, I don't want that kind of, let's say, guilt in my life. Maybe you guys' relationship will work or not. You guys may not even talk about breakup because you will just make up for what was lost and just, I don't know, go on with your life, and then I'll be left with giving, separate from each other. Why the fuck are you together anyways? And whenever you see me now, and you're gonna blame me for the fact that you told me that, yeah, so you told me to break up, I didn't look, it is working like magic, fuck you, I'm never going to listen to you. But I think that's the thing. I did not want to go under the guilt, so I didn't completely, let's say, tell her to, yeah, just fucking split up. Who cares? I do care about her, though. She's not a good friend, but I don't know. I'm sick. I care about people, kinda. So, see, there's a huge difference between this person and the other person, like the boy and the girl, let's say. The girl does not have hope, basically. I did not want to give hope. I said give up. To the other one, I said don't give up. That's the whole thing. Like, And another, by the way, topic came up when I was talking to the dude, by the way. It was actually the main reason I blew up, let's say, and wanted to really do a video about it. Because one of the things he said that was that people my age are doing this. Some of them have their own companies. I'm working for jobs and going from internship to internship, and I don't know if I will even be able to get in this job that I'm right now trying to do. And he was really, really, really frustrated for his age. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is this corporate life doing to people's children? It was really an, let's say, sight to see. A sight to see. And so another thing is that comparison, like he was comparing himself to people his age, even though, like, yeah, you have to do that. I used to do that. I do it even now. I like sometimes see people my age, like married, they have their life together, they are planning children, they're going on trips and so on, and I stay home and go to work and come back and meet my friends sometimes and still don't have a, let's say, stable relationship and so on. I do the comparison too. You have to. It keeps you in check. But not all the time. But, well, you have to do it when you have to. So, I was like, so when is it really a good time to give up, or let's say not give up? And that really like brought a question to me. What would I do if I was in their shoes, like any of their shoes? And that was why I wanted to actually share it, because I don't know, I find it more comfortable. Actually, I'm very comfortable like talking to people about like these issues too. That's why a lot of people come to me for, let's say, heart to heart, let's say, talks. In general, like I'm a good listener too. But I was like, if I wanna say something, I would like to you guys to say your opinions, because you're my biggest audience that I have. Like I talk to 3, 4, 5, 6 people maybe, but like hundreds of people watch some of these videos. So I was like, I wanna know their opinion too about this. Like, when is it a good time to give up? Like really, and what does the situation demand from you? For example, staying about let's actually pick one of them, and go a little bit deeper about one of them, because I want to share how I think about this situation in general, and why do I see this like this way or that way, because that will make more sense to both of us at the other end and at this end. I want all of these items, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna take this, lock this, and next shop I will have a free roll. At the same time, I'm killing it here. So number 8, see, like, sometimes you don't have that many things at stake, so you can try, and just try on until you succeed. But that guy, I regretted the advice that I gave him too. And why do I regret it? Because it's a lie. It is a lie. Remember I told you how much I've played this game? I've played this game for over 1,200 hours now. I literally am a professional potato. I've been playing this game for 2 years. 2 fucking years. And when I started this run, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what's gonna happen. I know all of the situations, all of the enemies, everything that's going to happen. I have them in the back of my mind while I'm running around like a patata. But still, there is a high chance. That is why I said I might die in some of these tries, because I am not, after all this experience, after all this, let's say, trial by fire through years and years of Brotato, I still am not sure if I will be able to handle the thing that I've done before. And that's the point why I, like, did not feel good about what I told the guy, because some people sometimes just fucking fail, and it is okay, and sometimes it is not okay. In my opinion, it is never okay to fail, because I'm a perfectionist, because I am an absolute idiot. I always like try to do the best in anything so nobody can tell me I did wrong. And in my professional life specifically, let's say, in life I made a lot of mistakes. Like I fucked up big time a lot. But in general, I couldn't bring myself to tell the guy, like, tough love is, I think, the best love at this point. Like, yeah, you just have to tell people that, yeah, I know you're going to try this, and I'm telling you that someday you will grow up to be a professional, you will have a family and life and so on. That's a fucking lie. Not everybody gets that. Not everybody can pull it off. Some people are just fucking unlucky. It's not like you don't deserve it. You just don't get it. That's it. That's all. That's all. But it doesn't get worse. Like, people from different professions, different classes of, let's say, social classes, financial classes, I don't know, classes, ages, they fail. We do not have the same lives, like none of us do. Just pull off some statistics and look at the, let's say, the average human in your country and compare it to yourself. And some of you will see that, oh, okay, I'm doing even better than I thought. Like, ChatGPT will give you really good answers about this, especially about like years between 2022 and 2024, because 25 is a mess right now. But when does it get really annoying is that, like, people think that, or like we in general, humans, we're greedy, so we always want more and more and more, and when we don't succeed, we're like, oh, well, fuck me. I did not succeed, so I'm not worth it, or I am like this, fuck me. Well, this could have been a good run. We're like always trying, man, like, but it's okay to not succeed, or not get what you wanted, or not what the average person has or will have. The problem is not having or not having that thing. The problem, the biggest problem, is when thinking about that comparison between you and another human being comes between you and the chances that you will most probably miss because you focused on your failures too much. Because there is no fucking human out there that is successful in everything that they've done. Okay, I'm 100% sure 7 will kill me, but I'm gonna take it. Haha, like a boss. I can't stop myself from the Brotato commentary too. I'm trying to do something, and I'm failing at both of them. Magical. Mystical. But yeah, like, most of the time when you fail at something, you thinking about your failure is the only thing that will stop you from really succeeding in that thing, or at least that was the experience for me. But even if you don't succeed in that thing, it is fucking okay. It is fucking okay, because I will die someday. You will die someday too. We are all going to die someday. We are living many different lives, many different colors, many different shapes, many different genders, many different geographies, whatever. But at the end, it will all go back to dust. And nothing will count. Like, you will not even have time to remember your failures or mistakes in your fucking deathbed, okay? No one will. We do not have that much time. Usually we either get hit by a car, a heart attack, a very dark, it's getting really dark now. Oh no, what did I click on? Like, I'm just guessing the random stranger who clicked this video. Oh my god, I just wanted to watch a potato. Now this guy's talking about my deathbed. Fuck, I'm out. But don't go out. Sit your fucking ass down and listen to me, okay? I have something to tell you. Look, like, that's the whole point. Like, whenever somebody clicks on this video, there are expectations. Every action has a reaction. When you clicked on this video, I did not put something on the thumbnail that tells you, will I succeed in this run? Will I do this challenge or will I not? I just told you what the topic of today is. You clicked it. I'm playing a potato game. I'm playing it goddamn good. And I'm failing miserably right now. I'm not failing miserably. It's actually going good, but I'm failing it sometimes. But anyways, my ego got hurt from myself there. But the whole point is, like, nothing will matter at the end. I think at the age of 30, I can confidently tell you one thing, and it would be, nothing will actually really hurt you unless you want it to hurt you. Plus, that was a very wrong sentence, but let me try to like reiterate. I'm dodging and talking at the same time, which is making it horrible. I do not have enough processing power for this. I don't know why am I even doing this, but I this is what I like to do. So that's how I talk to you. So if you I think, in my opinion, if you do not regret something, it was worth it. Yeah, like I think regret is the only thing like you should try to avoid, at least in your life. So if you want to do something, but that has a golden rule too. Do whatever you think is good for you, and whatever like you like to do whatever the fuck with your life that you want to, because it's your life. You do whatever you want with it. You will fail, you will win, whatever, but it should never come at the cost of another person's let's say well-being or life. Okay, and by life I don't mean like that kind of life. I mean, like, you shouldn't hurt others while you're trying to do something for yourself, or try. I want to become a swimmer at the age of 40, so I am going to divorce my wife and dedicate myself to the gym. Fuck off. No, that is very bad. That no. Just fucking no. Just fucking no. Keep your midlife crises at bay, okay? That shit is never okay. That shit is never okay. Be a fucking responsible adult. I know, I always say, I'm an adult, I can do whatever the fuck I want, but not all the time. It is not always the case. So, look, the guy is young. He can make mistakes. If he has regrets, it's probably gonna haunt him for the rest of his fucking life, okay? So, I cannot tell him, do not, like, try, because, well, you might even fail, because I know your potential. Like, you're, like, even below the average of the interns that I'm getting here, so I'm, like, not even sure that you're gonna be able to do it or not. But I cannot tell him that. Like, he's not mature enough. I cannot, like, give him this advice. Like, but it is really okay to sometimes just fucking give up. Like, not try or not compare yourself, because you're not supposed to live the life of the others. Like, your happiness will matter. Like, you might not be as successful as, like, anyone in any of those topics, like money, social life, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's your life. You tried your best. You should not demonize yourself for it. You should not regret it. You should not, like, compare it. That's literally a sin. That is a sin. No one can tell you that you did not have as good of a life as the person you're comparing yourself to and beating yourself up about. Because that shit is the only bad thing that is going on with your life. Because you've tried your best. Yes, maybe you did not. Maybe you could have done better, but there's nothing you can do about it. Are you gonna turn the rest of your, let's say, life into, like, utter hell because sometimes you tend to fuck up in life and die a miserable death at some point and not try next time you get a chance because you're like, yeah, so I fuck up everything that I do, so might as well just give up here. Like, this is going to be my life. Like, these are the losers that are going to be my friends. These are the situations that I'm in, and that will always be okay. There, about the midlife crisis, let me tell you another story about another person that I know. I know a guy who basically was a coal miner. Yeah, he mined in one of the coal mines in Turkey, and I think at the age of 36, one day he goes home, very angry, and he's like, man, like black, neck deep in the fucking coal dust. Okay, he goes home and he says, I want to change my life. He literally goes to his room and just starts studying. Right now, after I don't know, like about 10 years, he is living, literally, he is living next to seaside. Every day he's training, he's doing sports, he's having fun with his friends, he's a software developer now. He was kinda uneducated when he did this, like, decision for his life. He literally was uneducated. It took him like 10 years to get here, but now his whole life, just because of one day, one decision that he made, now, I'm not gonna say that his life is better or not. It definitely is in many, many aspects. That's why he wanted to change it. It's better for him. Maybe that would have ruined another person's life, that kind of lifestyle change at some point. Maybe he would have failed, but he didn't. But he tried. He tried and he succeeded. If somebody tries and they don't succeed, that's still fucking worth it. Because you trying is what matters, not you winning or you gaining something out of it. Because the line from the Bible about like the Matthew, that from those who have more will be given, and from those who have less, even that less will be taken away from. That is very true about a lot of things. Life is not fair. Life is never fucking fair to anyone, and it will not be fair to you either at any stage. So, if you take an action, there will be a reaction to it. What will your action be? If you're, let's say, satisfied with the action you took, that's what matters. If you were not satisfied with the reaction, you do the action again. But now the problem comes to the second person that I'm talking about. Let's say a toxic relationship, because this happens to a lot of people, like getting stuck on something, and they're trying, they're fucking trying, like they're never giving up. Like you all had that one friend who had one toxic relationship with a guy or a gal or whatever. And you know, everybody knew it's not gonna work. At the end, it really didn't even work. And well, did they change it? What happened at the end? Like, we all know the end of that story. Like, one of them finally, like, gives up and doesn't, like, talk to the other one, and eventually it just fades away. And one of them becomes traumatized for a couple of years if they seek professional help, or they have good support, or they are, let's say they work on themselves, they finally pull it off and they get out of that toxic situation and so on, and maybe they have a good life, maybe they always get stuck on. I've seen both of them. Like, I've seen people who are still to this day stuck up on something that happened like 10 years ago about a situationship that they had, and I've seen people who got married, they got into really good relationships out of very toxic relationships, and well, both ways can happen in any situation. In the second one, the magical thing is that, oh god. Okay, give me a second. I don't want to die here, and I want to think a little bit about what I'm about to say. Attack speed is better. Okay, so why am I stopping to like think a little bit before saying what I'm about to say? Because it might come across as a little bit, let's say, wrong, I guess. 1 second, let me drink some tea. Okay, let me put it this way. Remember I said every action has a reaction? So, in those toxic kind of relationships, I'm gonna go with the relationship thing because it's the easiest, let's say, to talk about, because everybody has common experience about it. Everything goes in a cycle. Every action has a reaction. And about those toxic relationships, when you act on those relationships and keep going on until somebody breaks the cycle and gets themselves out of those relationships, they can go on for literal decades, okay? Fuck. I don't want to go. Die there. Yeah, they literally can go on for decades. And both sides will lose at the end. But they will keep going. Some of them go... I've known someone who, one of the guy who was like, I'm thinking of, do I want to share this or not? Because it's a very tricky one, this one. So the toxic relationship, it was an affair, actually. That affair actually kept going on even after the guy died of old age. Yeah, I knew someone. I got to know a very majestic old lady someday that she actually had an affair like when she was married, and that affair kept going until like the other toxic person died. He literally died, and that woman was still like both married to her own husband, and at the other side he still had feelings for the other person, and they would meet sometimes and just get frisky at that age. Holy shit, like that was something to hear that day. That shocked me. That literally shocked me. That was the first time I heard from someone something like that. And it really did shock me to the point of, let's say, oh my god, what is happening? Old people, stop getting frisky. Like, you're gonna break a couple of bones. Jesus Christ. But I don't know, it was both magical and kind of weird and disgusting at the same time. But their love was beautiful, but it was an affair, so I was like, man, fuck both of you. Not until somebody breaks that cycle, or that cycle kind of breaks, like people can get stuck in situations because, like, see what's happening like back here? I know there is a chance that I might succeed in this challenge because I know I've done it before and I am a good player, and I will tell you why I'm telling you this. 1 second, let me drink my tea. Look, let's go with real life and game life thing. Look, I have good material background. I am equipped with knowledge and damage and enough reaction to take action. I am using my expenses very, very carefully, and I am investing in the things that I really do need. I have a character that is literally built for what this game allows me to have, and at the same time be extremely powerful by doing exactly what I am doing right now. There is almost no mistakes in my actions right here. But this is the 4th time that I'm going through wave 3, and I still don't know if I am going to win or not. But no matter what, I press this go button and I go to the next wave, into the unknown, hoping that with all this equipment that I have, with all these calculations that I did, I might succeed here. And I am not 100% sure about it now. That is exactly what I was going to tell you about the toxic relationship cycle. You might have a very fitting character. You both might be financially doing good. You might both, like, be the person made for the other one. But if it doesn't work, it just doesn't fucking work. Can it work? Maybe. This is a game. Like, I can die over and over and over and over and over, and nobody will lose or gain anything from what's in general happening here. But people grow old. We, as humans, we grow old. We lose the things that we could have done. You just keeping on, going on and on and on about something that might or not happen will actually take away even the good things that might happen to you. For example, there's a 2% chance, let's say, that I will win and go endless with this character. I can keep going on. I can keep going on. I might even succeed and go endless and have a very beautiful run. Very, very satisfying run. But the thing now comes up that am I gonna be happy with the results when I'm there? How long can I stay in there? For how long can I keep going on like this? For example, let's look at my situation and what's happening here. So let me look at the time. Every day I have 3 hours. I have 3 hours to record videos, kinda 3 hours. So it's 21:37. So I have left about 2 hours to keep recording. So I can keep on going and I can keep on recording for 2 more hours. And I might succeed in this run. I can even cut off what I already talked about, like until here, and only show you the good parts. But that is not what we want to do here. The thing is, will I be by the time... Oh my god, okay. I want these. By the time it's let's say 11 p.m. and I've finally done this, and I've talked to you about anything, if I want to completely do it, I will have to like shut off every, let's say, attention thing. I like the best way that I can do this is I shut off my microphone. I 100% focus on this video now, and I will just succeed in this run. And at 11:30, I might have a good endless record at my hand, and I will present it to you with no voice after this point of the, let's say, thing. But what is this going to be good for? Am I gonna be happy with it? Are you guys gonna be happy with it? Maybe you will. Maybe some of you don't wanna hear me ramble about shit and you just want to see me play a potato game. That's very fine. But that is the thing. How long should they go on about what they are doing before it's too late? That's the thing. Like, that's why I'm saying, will it be worth it though? See what I'm going at with this? And so, you know, this is not just about that relationship or that toxic. Like, it's... what I want to say is about the action and reaction most of the time. Because we keep trying at things sometimes that we are not going to succeed. It might not be worth it or it might not be worth it. But that's not the whole point. Like, sometimes you need to break these cycles. And what I wanted to really like tell about the second situation was just the cycles. The toxic relationship was mostly, let's say, just it's a relatable story, so most of you will get it. But what I wanted to talk about is really the cycle, like how to get out of those situations, like the cycle that keeps going on. Like, for example, you have a toxic workplace, you keep going there, afraid of, like, let's say, your boss, financial situations. Oh my god, my family will starve if I get out of this job. Maybe I will not find another job. Oh, what if my friends don't accept me? I have to just tolerate their asshole behavior and just keep on a straight face and just be friends with them because, oh god, because I don't want to be alone. So I will hang out with these fucking losers forever because they will at least talk to me or they affirm me. That happened to me, by the way, too. I had really, really loser friends, and the moment I let go of them from my life, that was a very big turning point for me, because them not being there actually allowed others to flow into my life, because I felt like I'm a human. Even though I'm an introvert, I want to talk to someone. And those assholes are not around, so I can just talk to them and they will give no shits about what I said and just laugh it out and go home and just jerk off or whatever they want to do. But because they left my life, I got desperate. I had to go out, I had to find new people, and I actually found someone that I really loved and cared for me, and I had a very good 1.5 relationship with her until that thing went into down in the flames. And see, sometimes that worked. Oh my god, like this is the thing about like thinking about every situation possible. Like, so that might work and might not work too. Never forget this. Never forget this too. Like, yeah, breaking the cycle might make your life better or bad. I am not telling you that this is how it will be. I am telling what worked for me. Okay. Oh god. Can I live through this? Probably not. Yeah. I knew that's coming. This was a good run. But the thing is, like, okay, let's just talk about it. I don't want to ramble about the good and bad that can work, that cannot work. let me tell you my opinion about the matter. Actually, breaking the cycle, like, I remember that song Phoenix. Like, Phoenix is not just something that I picked up, let's say, for the channel. Like, the OGs of the channel remember the Phoenix song. Like, it's the OG Durandian, let's say, hype music. Like, whenever I had let's say, good run, Phoenix would give us wings so we can actually fly in the Endless, and it really motivated me into dodging. Like, I really loved playing this game while listening to that on, let's say, specifically like the high waves, like after 200. God damn. So one thing I really like about that fucking bird Phoenix is the mythology behind it. Phoenix is a bird that dies and rises from its own ashes, and that's something I believe that exists in humans too. Like, every interaction you have, every trauma you have, every big experience, even sometimes the small experiences, really kills the person that you are on that day, and you are kind of reborn the other day. For example, let's say you break up with someone, your personality until that point of time really does die. It really does die at that day and at that time, because you can never be the same person anymore, to some degree. So every human is just like a phoenix. You're a phoenix. You're a goddamn phoenix. No, you're a goddamn phoenix. No, but really we are really, our souls, our experience, our everything, in my opinion, is like the phoenix. The more you die, the better and refined it gets, because good thing or bad thing, your soul just gets, let's say, denser. It gets more, it just burns brighter next time. Not every bad experience is worth getting the experience on. For example, we all know, like, there's one, that guy, we all had one of those that messed up their entire life because they wanted to experience some things that they shouldn't have, and they messed up the entire their life, and they just disappear at some point from everybody's life. But not those kind of experiences. Some experiences are really not worth it for you, or like the people who are around you. Nobody deserves to be around those kind of experiences. But in general, the more you die, the more you experience, the more you try, the more you just become a better person, man. Like, it allows you to consume more, to have more. For example, having a bad relationship can a lot of times, like, affect a person's life for a long time. Will it affect the other relationships they have? Yes, apparently study says that it does. Anything you experience in life leaves residues in your unconscious that actually makes you see life literally from a different perspective, like you're not the same person like you were before. Neurologically, it just puts on, let's say, a layer of judgment in front of your eyes, and it actually stops you from seeing the world the way you maybe saw it like 5-6 days ago. And it is the case for, by the way, like, for example, people who had, let's say, kinda, let's say, violent parents or alcoholic dads are kinda, statistically, it was one study, I think I saw it like years and years ago, that like, childhood trauma and like asshole parents, basically. The more asshole of an asshole that your parent was, the better of a cop, or let's say investigator, you become basically, because you read body language better than other people, basically, and that was it. And so yeah, it goes for everything. Like, every experience literally changes you. Like, you were not the same person anymore. And I highly believe that that can never go wrong, but it can go wrong too, even for my life. That I highly believe that you have to experience everything. You have to just give it all you have, and just try to have as many experiences, good or bad, in life. And that's what makes me happy. That's what works for me. I don't know for you guys. But like failure absolutely does not that much things to me anymore. Like I've started from zero too many times in my life that I am kind of immune. Like I'm human. It really hurts still to this day. Even for example, like say when a video doesn't do well, even though I don't have to care because I already have other videos that are doing good. I'm very satisfied with the growth of the channel, with my community, with what I'm doing, with the recordings that I'm doing. I even started these things because like talking and playing the game. Because that's what I wanted to do. I don't even know if it's gonna succeed or you guys are gonna hate it at some point and start saying in the comment section that, man, fuck off. Can you play the game? Just shut up. And maybe that will happen too, but this is what I love to do. I don't know if it will fail or will it succeed, but I'll keep doing it because I love it. Usually, if it's not working, it's not gonna work, and I'm gonna just shut these up and start something else. That's it. Like, that's it. Will it hurt me if these don't work? Maybe. But will it make me happy? Yeah, I'm gonna be super happy if you guys like these type of content too. But see, it works for me because I have experienced, this is my lifestyle, this works for me. Failing and doing it over and over again actually kind of motivates me to even do it more or try something bigger next time. Take a bigger risk next time. Because like my life, I don't have really like goals. Like I have let's say kind of visions for my future, let's say, as a person. I don't really have like, let's say, this many subscribers, this much money, this kind of wife, this many children. I don't really have those. Like I don't really care about those, to be honest. But okay, armor. Well, I had to stop the video there because my sister's called, but well, let me go on with the Phoenix thing and go back to what we were talking about actually. So as I was talking, like the whole thing about the Phoenix and the channel, I love that bird because he is the symbol of rebirth basically. Every time you're reborn, you're a more refined version of yourself, and every experience you have in your life is basically the same for you too. And as a person, like it had benefited me a lot, but at the same time, you lose things too, dude. Like you lose a lot of things because of that mentality, let's say. But I don't want to really get off the topic here because I really want to talk about the cycle thing more. So going back to the cycle topic and why I mentioned Phoenix there and my choices, and it works and it makes me happy. So I'm very, let's say, respecting of that bird, let's say, in general, is because for me it was worth it. For another person it might not be, and it doesn't matter. About breaking those cycles is the fact that you always think, like, let me go with a game example again. Going on and on about like this game, trying again and again and again, hoping that I might win. This time it's gonna happen. This time it's gonna happen. This time maybe it will happen. Maybe I'll get that big item that will help me really do this will appear, and I will just break this game and go on and on and on and just win at some point. That is the thing about the toxic relationships. Like, sometimes that cycle does not stop at all. As I said in the, let's say, the example about that old lady that I know. But there's a way. Like, if you want to get out of those cycles, and those cycles are not really about just, let's say, relationships. It's about you yourself too. For example, when you're struggling in dating, in getting better friends, always having social problems, always having problems with your boss and so on, you just don't do anything. Remember I said every action has a reaction? That's the answer actually. Like, if you want a cycle to end, you have to just do nothing about it most of the time. For example, you always have problems with your friends. One friend, let's say, his life is a mess, her life is a mess. You want to help him, her. You talk to them, they go and do the same mistake. You give them relationship advice and they don't listen to you, and they still are in a relationship with the person that they should not be with. They have that bad job and they're afraid of losing it, and they go there anyway, every day, scared of losing that job and so on and so forth. They basically don't listen to you. You just have to let them go. You just have to let them be. Because helping people, I'm very helpful, okay? I help a lot of people who are around me. I'm just kinda, let's say, helpful when I'm around people. And I really, really love helping people, like in anything. It could be their education, life, even like lifting, let's say, grocery things in the shop for an old lady or for anyone who needs it, or holding the door for someone to come in. And these are just some examples, I'm just saying. But from my experience, not helping is the best help you can sometimes do to these people. And that's for other people. If they don't change, just let them go. Just let them be. Do not try more. There is a limit that you can do. Like, you can take a basically, like, this is some, let's say, line or sentence that I highly believe in about this certain topic, that you can take a horse to the river, but you cannot shove its head in the water so it drinks. Okay, that's basically the whole thing. And you have to remember that there is a limit to how much you can help people, but no one could be helped if they do not want to be helped. And that is for others. About ourselves, for example, yourself, you or me, let's say, have a problem, a consistent problem, and you're always working very hard about like this specific problem that you have in your life, and you keep going at it more. This time I'll do it this way, next time I'll do it that way. Don't stop. Don't do anything. Just stop. Because most of the time, the reason why we fail at something is either that thing is maybe not fit for you and you're trying too hard to fit it to yourself. It can be a relationship, it can be a job, it can be a university degree, it can be a house that you're trying to pull off and it breaks like from left and right. It can be anything. That thing is just not for you. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes doing or succeeding in that thing is not the thing you need in your life, which will make you happy. That's why you are failing at it. And failing more at it, like, it is not a matter of if you try hard enough, you will succeed. Look, that's why I made specifically this character and this video, and I've been dying so far. Sometimes, even if you're the best and you know you can do it and you fail at it, you will not succeed. Until you just press this and end your run and never touch this character. And maybe someday, because you just didn't do it today, because you were like, I didn't do it this time, you get more angry. I will do it next time. I'll do this. I'll do it better. I'll get better upgrades. I'll be luckier with the attack speed. I'll get more luck and I'll get more fruits. So this time I can actually go over it. Man, like, no. Like, you don't need to. Sometimes you just have to not do anything, because this is not the problem. Like, you not being able to do this challenge, or even though you're trying your best, you have the best items and stats, and you're still failing at it. That is not the problem. The problem lies, most of the time, somewhere else. And it is affecting you in a way that you think if you do these, you will succeed and you will finally do this thing. But the problem now is that this was not the thing you were working for anyways. And the problem with you not being able to succeed in this challenge does not rise from you failing in this challenge. It's because you were looking in the wrong thing. Maybe just winning was something that would have made you satisfied. it didn't have to be fisherman. It didn't have to be this person. It didn't have to be this job. It didn't have to be this college or this university or this life path or these friends. That is the thing. Maybe you are in the wrong. Sometimes giving up really is the way to go about some things. That is why I'm trying to tell you. That's the whole point of, let's say, this video. That's the point I was trying to like kind of make all along this video. That sometimes just not doing anything is the best thing. Sometimes giving up is the good thing, because maybe happiness lies in another place. Like this world in general is such a miserable and wonderful place at the same time, that if you're failing at something and it's making you unhappy, probably if you take yourself away from that problem and that matter, you might find something very smaller that was just in the reach of your hand at the corner of, let's say, your street, and you were not seeing it only because you were so focused on solving the problem that you have or whatever. You were just trying so hard at like making something that shouldn't or will not work for you so hard that you were losing your chance of having the other things in your life. You could have completed another challenge, another character, and went to sleep happily, but you chose to do the fisherman challenge, and well, when you're sleeping today, you will be haunted by the thought that, man, that fucking challenge, someday I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow when I come back from work, I'll turn on my PC and I will go at that challenge like I never did before. And I will succeed this time. See? That is what I'm talking about. Like, winning was the thing. Not doing this challenge was the thing. But you couldn't see it because tomorrow, if you come back and try to do this challenge again, you will fail again, and it will just pile up like frustration after frustration. And you know what happens sometimes? You will quit. You will quit. Like, let's say, maybe you're just like me and you played Brotato for over, let's say, 2 years. And because you didn't do this challenge, like, you couldn't do this challenge for such a long time, that it pissed you off so much that you will never even try to touch Brotato again. And that is the thing that would make you really sad. Oh, I wanted those fruits there. Oh boy. Oh boy. 15 seconds. Okay, I might die here. Yeah, I knew I'm gonna die there. Basically didn't have enough attack speed for this. And anyway. Yeah, maybe I could have done it better. Speed, attack speed, armor is good. Yeah, I should have succeeded there. If I didn't talk, I probably have finished that wave. Yeah, I even had a garden to go with it. Yeah, this was a good try. See, like that was the whole point about this thing. Like, I don't know, like, man, like that's the whole thing. Like, that's what I wanted to talk about. There's nothing more to see here. Move along to the next video. No, not really. Like, it really pissed me off, but I think it was a good decision to make this video, because I know there's a lot of you who probably have the same problem. Not a lot of you. Why am I even saying I think a lot of you? I don't really know anybody's personal life here, like, to be real. But from my interactions with a lot of you in the comment sections, on the Discord, whatever, everybody is human, like, basically, and most of you are like my age. Like, I look at my demographics, and most of you don't even need to hear these, but these are like something that, let's say, friend, if you were my friend in real life here next to me, I would have told you about it today if you were sitting next to me while we were eating dinner at, let's say, after work. And that's what matters. That's the whole point of this channel. So I just wanted to share what I felt necessary, because even if it just works for one of you, or even if you just wanted to listen to my experience about this, or what is going on and what is like happening to me in real life, or what's just my opinion about anything, if it's valuable to you, of any value to you, not even valuable, like some of it's just verbal diarrhea because, well, it might not even work for you. It's maybe not even none of your concern, and your life is on a completely different path. But like I saw it necessary that I want to talk about it. Like, this is something that would be, I think I deemed it better than just let me go there and do another potato video and just be done with it. Like, that's why I did it. Because I could have done another potato video, but I did it. Because I didn't want to. I was like, yeah, so you know this. Maybe there's someone out there that will that will make the mistake of clicking this video and actually watching it to the end, and maybe what you said will actually do something good for them. So this time, don't make a video about a super potato that destroys everything. Just make a video about a potato that fails on and on and on, and what the potato should do. And I want to believe that it was a good decision. And I don't know, like let me spit out some fire right now for you. So after I started actually doing these kind of videos, like these talking over the game thing, I honestly, like, from my words, because I'm very careful about, like, oh god, what I say, and I really think about some things that I say. I like to refine what I'm saying, and actually most of the time, let's say, even if you go and seek professional, this is not professional advice, by the way. I am not a psychologist or anything. This is just something I think I know. Okay, so if you want to go for, let's say, mental health or anything, seek professional help, not potato help, okay? But most of the time, if you want to know what your real problem is, or what you're frustrated about, basically what the fuck is going on, and that's what your psychologist will do to you as well. It is listening to yourself, because when you go to therapy, not professional help, I'm just saying what I think, they will ask you questions that will actually allow you to elaborate and think about what you are about to say, or what the problem is, because they have no fucking idea. It's like talking to your friend or your elder back in the days, and let's say the times that there were no professionals. Like, for example, like from what I was talking, like three times I said in this video and the previous video, if I remember correctly, I said that I don't know if these will fail or you guys will like this video or not. For example, from just that sentence, I know that I have no confidence in these videos. see, this is one of the things that I keep doing to myself always. Like, oh god, fucking A. See, I am now traumatized by my own comment. See, accepting, man, accepting. And there's another reason why I want to tell you. Look, from just one word, you can tell that, or maybe you couldn't, now you know. I keep saying that I don't know if these videos will work or not, or you guys will like it or not. That's because these are new, I have no experience in them, and I don't even know if my audience or you fellas will like them or not, so I have no confidence almost in them. That's a me problem. What will I do? Now, this is the course of action that I'm telling you. Now I know what the problem is. What am I going to do about it? It's going, like, this goes back to the cycle thing and so on too. So just give me uno momento, okay? Just give me uno momento. Okay, after I try, yeah, I'm gonna die here. So I'll keep doing these videos. I will keep talking about this. I will not have confidence in them until time, your feedback, or let's say other things. It can be view counts. It can be, I don't know, how long people have watched these videos. How long, how many comments you have put down there. How much I talked to you about these. How much I felt like you guys are responsive to these videos. When I see those, eventually, like this thing that, this sentence will over time fade, and I will not even think about it because now I am confident in what I'm doing and it might work. There are 2 or 3 ways, let's say, that can go on about this situation. 1, you guys will give me good feedback and I will be more confident in this video, in these kind of videos, and I will keep making them. Next one, I will not listen to you and I will still keep doing these videos and go on, and less people and less people and less people will watch them. Then at some point I'm gonna get frustrated about it. I'll stop, probably I'll experience a burnout. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm just saying what can happen. Because I want to like make a, let's say, from myself, let's say, example of how not doing anything is the actual answer sometimes. Or how the cycle works and how you can actually get out of it or stay in it if it's worth it. If your feedback is good, I will keep doing them with more confidence. If your feedback is bad, I will probably, one of the roads, I'll keep doing them because I highly believe in them, even though time, all the data will show me that this is not good for you as a content creator and your audience hate these. But because I don't look at the data, what is happening, what you guys are saying, I'll keep making these videos. And it will get worse. I'll feel frustrated. I might burn out. I might stop like uploading videos in general. And see, now that is the situation that I do the thing that I should not be doing. That's a toxic relationship at this point. So I am doing something that is hurting me, but because I believe in it too much, I am still doing it. But the healthier option. Now, this is the healthier option, or what I think I should do if this condition comes up and happens. You look at the feedback, you look at what's happening. You try. At some point you see that, oh, well, shit, this is failing. And, well, am I sad about it? Yes, I'm sad. You tried something, you wanted to do it, and people didn't like it. So, well, good luck on the next one. No, that's not what happens. You become sad and you will go down, and I'm gonna go beat myself down and think, oh man, like this was a good idea. I thought it's gonna be so good, and I'm gonna be sad for a week or two. Then I'm gonna find a new idea, maybe, and I'm gonna start doing that. Or maybe I'm just gonna go back and do like the normal videos and just be another guy who posts Potato or other games on the internet, let's say. See, even that is a healthier option, because now I reflected on it. Now, because it was not working, because it was hurting me in general, and in the long run, it would have completely stopped me from, let's say, creating more content and doing what I like to do as, let's say a gamer or a content creator, a YouTuber, let's say. On the long run, it would have caused a much bigger problem for me, because I just did not cut the snake's head when it was like small. That's a Persian saying, by the way. It basically means like deal with the problem when it's small before it gets too poisonous to you. Cut the snake's head when it's a baby, they say, but it's a very bad and blunt translation about it. But you know what I mean. It basically means deal with your problems, or the problem will deal with you. Basically. Persian is a very fucking tough language sometimes. It can be brutal. It's a language which is very good for poetry too, by the way. Just a PS. But okay, let me actually talk about the other way too. But what if it works? I'll keep doing these kind of videos. I'll be happy with it. It will just motivate me. Maybe it will affect my normal life too. And, well, basically, like, whatever could happen to a person who finally hears that, oh man, I love you too, from the person who they were in a one-sided friends with benefits kinda, and they fell for him or her, and now they're in a toxic relationship with. Maybe that happens to them too, but they don't know. So for me at least, like I try to like this is my I think I cannot always like keep up with it. Like it goes over my head too. Like I'm human too. Like I'm not saying that well because I know these. I am very experienced in life, so I do not make mistakes. Man, I fuck up so many times in like just normal daily life. Okay. I make more mistakes than your general human being, okay? Number one is that I don't pay enough attention to what I'm doing sometimes, and I just pour, let's say, water and coffee everywhere. If I'm basically Mr. Butterfingers in daily life. So I make a lot of physical mistakes. I'm not saying that I'm the best. I can deal with everything. I can do this. I can do that. No, this is what works for me. Now I'm gonna tell you how I let's say look at it. Is that, for example, when I'm trying something, I look at the evidence a little bit. But I never let hope die, because hope is one of the things that both keeps you in these kind of cycles, these relationships, these toxic jobs, friendships, and so on. Because we are nothing if we don't have hope, basically. Like, if humans did not have hope, we would have died in any kind of famine at any time, any kind of human history, okay? We would have been just like, well, there won't be enough food, so, well, it's not worth the risk, so let's just give up overall, let's party and eat the rest of the food that we have, and, well, when we starve, we just starve, and then it's over, like, we are not gonna outlive fucking dinosaurs. See? Like, hope is, I think, the thing that actually keeps human going on, and it has been going on and keeping us alive, like, for all these centuries and years and years and years, so... Having a little bit of faith and hope in yourself is the thing that actually like can help you like get over a lot of problems, but at the same time it can take away like let's say your logical judgment in general. So you couldn't see the world like as it really is. So it clouds your judgment and it doesn't allow you to really stop doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And, well, I like to be hopeful when I start doing something, but after a while, if myself, I don't pay attention to people. Like, I know this might sound narcissistic, but let me finish this sentence. Even if a relationship is in the question, I stop for a few minutes and I look at it and I tell myself, so... Are you currently happy with what is happening? Like, see when I said like the example about, oh no, well I seem to not have any confidence in these videos, let's say. That example. That happens, or I try to do the same thing for other things too. I just stop and say, okay man, like, are you happy with it right now? Are the risks like worth the reward that you are getting? What will be the effect of this be on you if you keep doing this for an X more amount of time? And then there, if I still cannot make the decision, in general, what I do is I literally now this part is gonna be something that you did not know. I pull up literally an Excel sheet and I give points there. For example, oh my god, the shit that I'm gonna say to you. Please do not judge me for what I'm about to tell you. I literally pull up an Excel sheet and, for example, if it's a person, I give her points. Beauty, blah, X, Y, Z, knowledge, spend time, and then I write down some occasions and I gave points to it. And I then compare it to what would have been the satisfactory number, and then I say, okay, so see, this was worth it. This person or this thing that you were doing might be worth it. So keep doing it. that I just said it as a person because it's more like I do it for example, if I have like, let's say 5 houses, I want to move house. If there are 5 houses, I will give them beauty points, I will give them location points, blah blah. If it's a job, I will give it like, for example, how far is it from my home? How much commute time will it take for me every day to go from here to my job and come back? So that is, for example, 5 or 10 points for this place. Is it worth it? Maybe. Is it not worth it? Well, fuck it. I can't do this one now. Okay, I don't want to really take many of these. Okay, that will actually allow me to take another one. We have a good run going on here, by the way. This might be now possible with this one. See? I still have hope. I don't know, that's like, by the way, my, let's say, last solace or last thing I do when I'm very confused or I really do not know what to do with the problem that I have in hand. And that is what I do. I let numbers talk. Because no matter what you do, you can never be objective about your own life. And you need to pay attention. Like, this has happened. Like, because, for example, let me go on with the relationship one again, because those seem to be more relatable to everybody most of the time. For example, I doubted that, do I want to date somebody or not? But because I love them too much, or because I did not want to get out and believe that this relationship will not work, I kept lying to myself, even on those notepads and, let's say, the thing that I had, and said that, well, give them a few extra points, basically. For example, like, okay, toxicity, maybe no, it is a 10, but I am gonna say 7 here. So you try to like trick yourself there. I've done it. And I caught myself red-handed because I came back to the conclusion that, well, see, like you did not look at your life objectively there, but you fucked up. So next time, at least, do not lie. If you lie to yourself, it's okay. Do not lie to the numbers. I really, that only happened one time, by the way. I don't really try to, like, use this for relationships or anything that often. I only did it once, and it didn't work, actually. On the short run, it didn't work. On the long run, it worked. But that's the thing, like, or try to like ask some honest motherfucker out there, okay? I love brutal people. I love the people who hate you, like more than the people who love me, actually, because the people who hate me would just be blunt about anything. They would say the most negative thing. Like, I don't have people that hate me too now, but anyways. Like, the people that hate you will tell you the real truth, the objective truth. That's why we hate them most of the time, because they told you something that might have been true, but you do not want to believe that it was true. So it is really your enemy that you should ask for the best advice from, because they know your weakness, and like, looking at why did I fight this person or why do I hate this person, there sometimes you can find why you are now fucking up so big, because that person was actually right but you couldn't take it. So now instead of like hating yourself, you hate them and project your own frustration at them. Yeah, I know you've done this. We are all humans. Heart to heart here. You've done this. Don't lie to yourself. Yeah, we all have done this. Hating somebody else because they said the truth. That is basic human, let's say, the most human behavior that you can actually have, I guess. Oh, man. Trying to look at situations objectively is not really possible all the time, but I think it's the solution. At least, thanks God that I'm capable of doing it most of the time, but there are times that I fail, and at the times that I fail, I usually look for the professional list, let's say, help that I can get. For example, if I have a friend who has a successful, let's say, career life, or which is like like-minded, has the closest opinions or lifestyle to me, but does something better than me actually, like I seek their help. I look for that person's opinion. Somebody who knows more than me about this. Most of the time we cannot accept that, oh my god, this person knows more than me about this thing? No, I'll not listen to anybody. But you have to ask them. You have to ask them not to really sugarcoat it, because people who care about you sometimes tend to not want to hurt you. So they think they do the good thing and they don't tell you the reality of things, but the friends or the people who actually tell you the real truth and only the truth, they will accept your hurt to you crying. That's basically like the best kind of friend that I think I love to have. Like my most favorite type of friend is the friend that actually shits on me whenever I deserve to be shat on, basically. Because those are real friends. They don't care about like who the fuck you are, like what your relationship means to them. They will say or do the thing that is good for you, with no benefits for themselves or your relationships with them. So they will not, they will bite the bullet and say, okay, this motherfucker can be, let's say, sad right now, but at least I'm not gonna have to deal with this asshole when he or she cries. Tough love. Tough love is the, let's say, best kind of love most of the time about life. That's why so many people have daddy issues. Or my experience at least has shown me. Like a lot of people who have problems with their fathers is because at some point their parents says something that is very correct, but they don't want to accept it, so they're like, ah, fuck that asshole. I don't like him anyways. So I'm always gonna hate him for what he said to me. He did not accept me. Oh, fuck. Now my life sucks because I did not listen to my parents, and now I have a shit life because I made so many horrible, let's say, decisions and didn't listen to my parents. Now I cannot go and tell them, man, you were so fucking right. No, that is not what humans do. That is not what we do. We took, we despise them. We hate them for what they've done. We keep going and keep going and keep going until someday we succeed. No, man, just fucking stop. Like, just accept that you failed, okay? Oh, man. And by the way, it is amazing that even though I've been trying my best, I have still been failing this run. It is a good thing. I'm happy that I did not manage to actually make a single run past wave 20 during this video, because that would have probably defeated the whole purpose of this video. So sometimes failing is not actually a bad thing. It is what you exactly need. That's actually a good thing. Now that I say it, it's something that actually is right too. Like sometimes failing is what you actually needed, and giving up is actually what you needed. Let me tell you another story about that. A person, somebody that I knew, got out of a very terrible situation. and he had a one-night stand, basically. He was a very let's say conservative guy too. He was super conservative. Like he wouldn't like oh man, like one time he even like rejected a girl that was like physically, at least on an attractive level, 8 out of 10, and I was like, man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, look at that girl. Like, you can hit that right now, like, if you want to. Do you need help? If you want, I can do I can be your wingman if you want to do it. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, if you're not going for it, I will go for it. But he actually like listened to me, the devil himself, And while he was just heartbroken and out of a relationship, he had a one night stand with that girl. His current wife, by the way. And that conservative guy would not have done it if it was a normal day. On a normal day, he would not stand for, let's say, a one night stand, because he have very, very deep religious beliefs, and that is not some. But he listened to the devil. He listened to me. When I was young, I was an asshole, basically. So I told him, yeah, you just go and sleep with her. Like, who the fuck gives it? Like, don't be religious for one night. It's not gonna happen. Like, now that I'm saying it out loud, it exactly sounds like what the devil would have told him. Oh my gosh, I was evil. Jesus Christ. I took a man out of his way of fate. Now I'm just laughing about it on a potato game. But that's not the point, okay? The point I'm making here is that I told you, his current wife. That is something that motherfucker would never have done. But because he did it, like, he met the love of his life. Because of that thing. Like, they had so much of a big like difference in values and so on, but that was what it looked like from the outside. Apparently the girl was going through some shit too. So she wasn't that religious either in that particular night. So it was like, oh my god, fate in the stars. God damn, once upon a life chance to see something so beautiful be born out of such a fucking devilish plan and scheme. So see, like, on any day, on some other scenario, that guy would have caught some kind of fucking STD, and now he was just bitching at me and just looking for me around the globe so he can actually manhandle me. But it worked out. It fucking worked out, and now he lives a happy life with her. Let's see, that's the thing, like, sometimes the greatest things come from you actually fucking failing at something, you know? So do not be afraid of failing either. Failing is not that big of a deal. Sometimes you need failure too, like, how boring would it be to just succeed all the time? Can you, like, can you imagine a world that you just succeed in? And everything goes as planned, and you're never in a toxic relationship, you love your job all the time. You're always with the neighbors that don't make sound after like 9 p.m. and you can sleep every day like little babies. You just go to work and there's parking space all the time. So you don't have to walk fucking 20 streets down just because you had to park your car like at the other side of the fucking universe. Life would have been miserable without like failures, I think. It would have been great, but it would be miserably great. I don't know. I would honestly, personally, not want to live in a world that nothing fails at. Because, man, how fucking boring would that be? Like, this is another thing. Like, this conversation keeps going on and on. Like, monologue, like conversation. It's gonna be a conversation if you leave comments. If you think, if you tell me things, it will become a conversation in the comment sections. But at least, like, this, like, these cycles, these failures, these just going with hope, losing hope, becoming hopeful, doing it again, giving up, not giving up, choices. It's a cycle that it's mostly, or most of the time, damages you when it is one-sided. Like, when you just keep failing and failing and failing and failing and failing and failing, it is when you actually, like, start to get hurt from it. Winning would have actually made the same result happen, because then, when you are too satisfied, this is Again, not professional sentence. Take it with a grain of salt, but statistics tell that the happiest countries in the world are not really the happiest ones. Like, there are some statistics that show, like, the higher the welfare goes in some some countries, there's more rates for other things in them. Question mark. But again, don't listen to me, I'm just a patata on the internet. See, like, life is beautiful when there's both failures and both successes, let's say, in it. So, maybe, this is another good, let's say, criteria that if you failed enough and you feel like you failed enough of it and you didn't win, maybe that's when you know that you have to give up on something. I've never thought about it like this. Now that I said it, now I am thinking about it. I've never looked at it that way. Yeah, that could work actually. Yeah, because you know the worth of it. You know how much you can handle. You know what will happen. You have experienced it. Maybe you just had enough of the failure or the happiness. Or the penis. In this relationship stretch. If you just are ready to explore the other penises or happinesses in your life. So give up on that fucking thing and go try another thing. Maybe that will make you happy. Oh boy. But anyways, so this time I am gonna focus a little bit on the run, so, but this is the last time, because if I die, this video ends. If I don't die, this video keeps on going until Endless happens. So, now Durandian have stopped rambling and will focus on the game, finally, for the people who hate the talks. Now, this is the part that it gets, like, fun for you guys too. But well, you have already skipped the video to the last and like saw that I either failed or did not fail, and now you can look at my build there. Or maybe you are still watching and you will see magnificent Potata run. Magnificence of a stick turning into thief daggers into attack speed and making great amounts of money. I know, by the way, like, while I'm focused on this, let me tell you, like, another thing that has been magnificent. Like, social media these days have affected people's, like, brains so much that whenever you click on a video and you want to, like, see something that is easy, because most of the people are actually, like, tired of life, man. Like, this world has become tougher in the last few years for everybody, and clicking on a YouTube video that is supposed to, like, take your attention and just give you a free dopamine patch so you can go to work tomorrow is the thing that people look for. But at the same time, it has been so fucking bad for, let's say, societies in general, because now people are just getting addicted to, let's say, seeing other people succeed and feel bad about themselves. So even, for example, the guy just clicks on a video, wants to see a guide video so he can go smash the game before sleep, so he can feel a little bit dopamine before he goes to sleep to a terrible job and while having a terrible relationship. That it would just, it kind of makes people, like, immediately, like, redirect their attention from the thing that they should be looking at to something else. Like they're like quick pleasures, basically. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Quick pleasures have been the thing for a lot of people, specifically after COVID. Like, COVID hit a lot of societies, like the world in general, like a fucking dick to the face, like a big one, like an elephant dick, like a wet elephant dick, let's say. That's how COVID hit a lot of societies. And after that, like, inflation came. I cannot blame people. Like, they just want to click a video on YouTube and just watch it, like, and nobody just says anything. It's just fun after fun after fun. You go on like, your social media and just doom scroll until it's late time, because Maybe they don't have the finances to go out and have fun with their friends because they spent most of their money paying the bills. Maybe they had a baby recently, and blah and blah and blah. Like, watching a potato game and listening to someone talk is not exactly, let's say, what people are looking for on the internet. But that is exactly why I really don't want this channel to at some point end up being just another dopamine, let's say, inducing piece of garbage out there, because that would, at the end of the day, that would actually make me super sad, because that is not why I wanted to do this shit. And one of the reasons that really takes away the confidence in like these videos in general, in talking and doing, let's say, these kind of videos instead of like normal, yeah, let me get a video and let me grab a potato and make him super powerful, endless, let's go. And that's because I have to then find another way to be able to connect or to actually contribute to people's lives. I know, like, giving like a good guide video or a funny video is some way of helping too, but it is not the thing that would, at the end of the day, make me personally happy, because I know there is always more you can do. There is like, it's basically like the saying that teach a man, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and they would just not be hungry anymore and probably die of fish disease, something. I'm just ruining a really good sentence. That's it. Like, I always look for, oh, by the way, I died, but now see, this is greed. This is called greed at some point. And because now I talked about something else, I even forgot about the fact that I said I will finish the video when that run ends. But, well, here we are. Here we are. Last try. Last try. Oh, I'm in a toxic relationship now with with this trial by fire. God damn. Oh no. Oh no. See, like, now comically coming back to my toxic relationship with Brotato, the ass-tato mechanic. This game pisses me off. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more serious than before game, let's say, focusing. I would love to have attack speed here. Armor is good too. Sorry. Oh god. Sorry for that one. That must have hurt your beautiful ears, ladies and gentlemen. I am very sorry for that. And yeah, like, in general, what I always want to do, like, specifically when it comes to this thing, because it's a passion. Like, I do not really financially, like, need YouTube to be like having a normal life. I already have a normal life. Like, being a full-time YouTuber would allow me to just do the job that I love, not the job that I have to. But, well, it's not a goal, as I said. Like, it's a vision I have for the future. That, yeah, this is something I want to put my, let's say, efforts in more than, let's say, a stable job. And I am, because I'm a good professional, like, I am a really, really good professional when it comes to, like, jobs in general. People love me in my job because I'm super responsible, I'm knowledgeable, I am good in the field that I work at, and I work for less money because money is not that much of a, let's say, big deal. Like, if they give me enough, I would be satisfied. And I'm not the guy who comes to you and asks for the raise every time, like, he's dissatisfied with the efforts he had. So I'm basically like a good slave, a good corporate slave, let's say. So my professional life would be good, and I can have a good family, run my like life with it. But it's not at the end of the day, it's not what I want for, let's say, long future. So I want to at least contribute in some way and do something about it, because it really worries me, man. Like, because when I'm going out of the house and when I'm just I do it too. It's not like I'm a saint and I have no faults. Like I do it too, and I find myself like doom scrolling sometimes, and I'm like, oh well, why? Then I'm like, oh well, this was a tough day at work, so you wanna just pass time, and well, you don't have recordings to do, so you're spending time here before you sleep, because if you go on your computer you will keep working, so at least have some like casual, just let's say pastime on Instagram and then go to sleep. But see, like I do other things in life. I do YouTube, I have a job, I go see my friends on the weekends most of the time, like I have people who I talk to. I'm basically doing other things too. But the fucking dopamine addiction has become something that is taking people's lives like a wildfire. Like especially like in the morning when you're it gets worse. Like I know not everybody is like looking like zombies into their phones, but like you can see it in a lot of people's face that when they're going to their dissatisfied jobs in the morning, like I've seen people just scroll. They're not even sometimes looking at what is there. They're just scrolling. Sometimes like most of the time guys, when they see a big butt, they stop for a second and they and then they roll it over. Now you know that I look at other people's phone when I'm on the bus. I do, I can't help it, okay? It's shiny and it's like, oh, look at me. Oh, look at this guy. He's gonna probably roll on some shameful video now. Ha! Ha! Idiot. Now everybody knows that you like the... what was the song? Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot it's just the girls dancing, like the big booty girls dancing song. I don't remember what the fuck it is. But now, like, idiot, now everybody knows that you'll look at it. Look at those kind of content on Instagram. Say hello to social judgment. Oh god. For fuck's sake. But I'm worried, not for myself, because I'm like, okay, so eventually I've worked on myself enough that I know I'm gonna have a relatively, let's say, happy life no matter what happens, and I'm probably gonna find a partner, whether it's like my soulmate or something average or something that I had to just adapt to and, well, make it work with. Somehow. I know that I'm gonna die, like, 60-70%ish happy, at least. Like that's something that I would like to have. Like 60-70 would be enough for me. I am not that greedy, because I know at the end of the day, if I'm happy, that's all that matters, and if I'm happy, I'm happy. That's basically the gist of it. But I'm worried because, for example, I am someday gonna have a child, preferably. If I find a madam who I can procreate with, I would like to have other baby children with. And, well, I don't know if, like, it's gonna be okay, or... If I am like this and I am struggling, what will happen to that child when he comes to this world? That's basically what worries me. So I try to, like, at least leave something on the world that would maybe make it a little bit better. So for him, like, for the society that he lives in, for the world that he lives in. And basically, like, and that's another thing. Like, I don't want, like, someday, because I'm hoping that this becomes, like, let's say my full-time job. I would rather have my, let's say, son, say the son or daughter. I would love to have a daughter, by the way. I love baby girls. I hate boys. Like I would not like to basically have a son. I would love to have a daughter if I ever have one. But someday, like, I would love my child to say that, yeah, my dad is a small YouTube streamer, or YouTube, let's say, content creator. What does he do? He plays potato games and tries to, like, share his life experience and knowledge, and he basically has a community that he likes to talk to. he makes friends out of people he doesn't know on the internet, and that's what he talks about on his videos. Instead of saying, yeah, he creates guide videos about Potato Game and other like small games, and that's what all he does as a profession. Like, I like to have a more meaningful thing. I don't find corporate life meaningful in any ways. I only find it sufficient. So that's why I believe that's what this video was about. I said that I'm giving up. I was always talking about giving up at some point in this video, and see, now I give up. I'm not going to continue this. I failed. Am I happy? Yes, because I made this video. Could it have been better if I actually made a good endless video? Maybe. But the point is, I tried, I did what I loved, I talked about what I loved, I talked to you guys, and now, if I was lucky, and if it was worth it, maybe you guys are happy that you clicked on this video too. If you did, thanks for watching, thanks for your time, and thanks for listening to me. I would love to hear about your comments. So, see you in the comment section. Leave a like under the video so more people make the mistake of clicking on this video. See you on the next video. Love you. Bye.